Suffering, pain, tell me.
Economical hardship.
Oh, financial problems.
Mhm.
Okay. What else? Come on.
¿Qué sufrimiento ven ustedes, chicos?
People that are in the hospital.
Hospital suffering, yeah. The various accidents, right? Sickness, right?
Mhm.
Okay. What else?
La pobreza.
Pardon?
Pobreza.
Poverty, yes.
Poverty.
No food. No food to eat. No proper water. No house to stay. No proper clothing. No schooling for kids. Yeah, somebody say something.
Go to jail.
Stop
People
doing
in the
that.
jail. Yes. Who like to be in the jail? Is it fun to be in the jail?
No.
No. You lose all your freedom. You're in trauma. You're in pain, disappointment. Nobody wants to be in jail. Okay, what else do you see? Come on, there are more. There are more suffering in the world than you can imagine. Okay, but there is something behind all this suffering. And we see this suffering for the last 2,000 years, maybe more, or since creation fall, we see this suffering. And it's never changed. It's increasing every day. You know that? The war between Russia and Ukraine.
Mhm.
You see how many people died? So many people died for no reasons. Seriously. Somebody says he's going to shoot, they're going to shoot him. Going to explode, they're going to explode him. But they don't know why they're doing it, because somebody is ordering them to do that. Disease they're created in the world. There are many diseases they created. There's some natural disease, because the weather changes, but there are also diseases that are created by people. And because of that, so many people suffer. So many people suffer. Including you and me, all suffer. Because of somebody's, stupidity, somebody's mistake, somebody's foolish way of dealing things, doing things. Maybe for selfish gain, for making more money, or becoming more popular. It's happening. And problem in the family, husband, wife fighting, yelling, shouting, beating each other, being unfaithful to each other. And kids are fighting in the house. Is it a good thing? I don't say that. You don't fight. Fighting is a good idea.
No, at all.
Speaking behind your sister and your brother. I see this always because I have 3 children. Somebody, Daddy, Timothy was doing that. Okay. Is it a nice thing that you fighting in the house? There is no joy. There is no peace. Is it a good idea? Divorce? Family separations? Husband and wife separate? Kids are in pain and suffering? It's not happening. It's a reality. It's a reality. Everywhere it's happening. It's increasing. It's not going to stop for time being. Okay. We'll continue. And more. Killing. People kill each other. Is it a good thing? And somebody dies who enjoys. Maybe the person who's trying to kill maybe enjoy, but the other side is a lot of pain and agony. They lost their beloved, the one they love the most. Lots of wailing and crying, so much emotional stress. There's a lot of things happening in the world. Why are all this happening? And how can we avoid these things? Tell me. That is where Jesus starts something. That's the first commandment. He says, love your God with all your heart, all your mind, with all your strength, with all your soul. Another command he gave, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Do you love yourself? Did you go to the mirror this morning? How many of you look at the mirror this morning? You do, right?
Yeah.
I looked at several times this morning in the mirror. Look at my beard is looking okay, my mustache, then do it on my eyes, my nose is clean. I don't use comb, but I use my hands to comb my hair, but my oil, and everything. I make sure I am okay. Isn't it? Does anybody else have a look at the mirror this morning? Raise your hand. I think you didn't. Did you look?
Yeah,
You didn't see that.
I never comb my hair.
Never look at the mirror.
Yes. Right? And why we look at the mirror?
Sa mirror,
Why you look at your mirror? Do you look at your mirror? How do you look at it?
I never look at the mirror.
Make sure I'm beautiful. Is everything is fine? When I go to school, no guy should look at me and say, "Ah, there's something wrong with my face," isn't it? Because you want to take care of yourself. Because you love yourself. Simple reason you look at your mirror maybe 10 times in a day because you love yourself. And I have seen people spend hours before mirror. I don't know, maybe you don't do that. Isn't it? I don't think you do. Because you don't have time, right? You're studying all the time. You guys are busy. You have no time to look at the mirror, right? Always you're busy. You're studying. So no time for you to look at the mirror. Is it true?
They're not studying. They're not studying that much.
So, I mean, when you look at the mirror, that tells you that you love yourself. Because you want to take care of yourself. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with looking at the mirror. Okay? I'm not trying to say it's wrong. It's okay. It's where we use our wisdom, right? Our common sense. It's part of the common sense. We look at the mirror and making sure everything is okay. But another side of that, because we love ourselves. We want to care for ourselves. We want to look better ourselves. And we want to present ourselves well. Okay? Isn't that is why we do that? Because we care. We focus on ourselves. But Jesus said, as you care for yourself, as you have your love for yourself, same thing you do to your neighbor. Who is your neighbor anyway? What is the meaning of neighbor? Vecino. Vecino, not a vecino. Vecino, right? Who is a neighbor? Tell me. Neighbor, whoever is staying near to you. Could be anybody around you. Your neighborhood. Next to your door. Maybe in your house can be your neighbor too. Isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Is it? Right? So, and Jesus said that, when you care for yourself and you do things for yourself, and you gratitude yourself, the same thing He wants us to do to others as well. For example, let's take our family context, okay? All of you have mommy and daddy, and maybe some of your brother and sister, it's okay. So when one of your sister is trying to clean up the house, okay, for example, don't put me wrong, okay? And she's just trying to make sure everything is tidy and clean. And you look at her, she's sweating. Isn't it? She's sweating, and you say she's tired. What would be your response? How do you respond? Tell me.
Take a sip and some water.
Pardon me? Can you what? Sit?
Take a sip and some water.
Okay, you ask her, can you sit down, take some water? Good. He's thinking. Seriously, he's thinking. That's what he's speaking. Okay, so what will you do if you see your sister is really working really hard, trying to help your house and everything? How do you respond? Oh, it is her job, let her do it. Oh, no. Come on, Chelsea. I only know your name, so I'm calling your name. Don't get
It's a difficult question. Difficult question.
Different name. Chelsea, teacher, you're always calling my name. Okay. What we do is we say, hey, can I help you? Can I help you? Is it polite? It's a nice thing, right? Maybe she says no. Thank you. Sorry, she said no. My sister never said no. Right? Sometimes she says, thank you, please help me. And you are sharing that burden together. Okay? You're sharing that pain together. That is what love your neighbor means. That you share somebody's pain together. You are being supportive. And our Bible teaches so much about love your neighbor. Bible is full of teaching on various topics. Okay? And God said, when He gave the commandment, 10 commandments, remember? In the 10 commandments, the first 4 talks about God, how you love God, how you respect God, how you honor God, how you obey God, how you walk in the ways of God. Those things about God. But the rest of the 6 commandments, you remember what are those 6 commandments? Honor your father and mother. Do not murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not say a lie. Do not covet. Those 6 commandments are for me to the community.